Okay, picking up where we left off. So Ford still needed a new high horsepower row crop to show that they could do something, cutting edge. And that's where the Genesis project, which was internally known as P396, came into play. So management, like they usually do, wanted it good, fast, and cheap. They actually made it happen. The project kicked off in 1989, and by September of 93, they were building tractors. So they crammed a lot of R&D into a very short time window. So how'd they do it? Well, Ford put together a team of people from Ford, New Holland, Versatile, and also some outside talent. Guys like Glenn Cale, who'd already held VP of engineering roles at both Deere and Case IH, and he knew how to communicate effectively at the executive level. He, along with the project managers, were really critical to the success of the whole project because what they did was run interference for the design engineers so they could get the work done. The design and styling phase, that was all done internally. Russ Strong submitted one concept drawing that was enough to convince top brass that they were on the right track. Now that saved a ton of time because a lot of companies will outsource that, and there'd be tons of design reviews and concept after concept, and it just turns into a huge time suck. Ford didn't have to deal with that. Now, on the engine, initially I misspoke in the first video because I said there wasn't an engine option on the shelf. And there actually was, but it was kind of new. See, the Power Star tractors, the 82 and 8340, had been released about a year previous, and they had that 456 inline six, and that's what ended up going in the Genesis tractors. They went in with a 16-speed Funk, and it worked out really well. But it wasn't just cobbling stuff together. P396 produced a couple of pretty major innovations too. Supersteer and Megaflow hydraulics. Supersteer made it possible to turn 40% sharper than anything else on the market. And if you bought a Megaflow equipped tractor, it'd give you up to 55 gallons per minute hydraulic flow. On the cab, on the inside, it was all about comfort and efficiency. The Sidewinder console was designed and placed where the operator's right hand would normally fall, and the seats were ergonomic, and they allowed the operator to look over their shoulder without the need to, reposition their hands. Cab materials, they were designed for durability as well. If you look at a seat on an 8970, there's no exposed seams for your pants to tear apart. The plastic, it's all 6 millimeters thick when everybody else was using 4 or 5. I mean, that stuff wears like iron. I mean, I'm sure a dairy farm out there has trashed a console and wrecked a seat or two, but I gotta think they had to work harder to do it. Anyway, come back for part 3. We'll talk about how they sold and how Ford eventually did get out of the tractor business for good. Take care.